Mayor Cannon.
Here.
Member Fleming.
Here.
Member Farkas. Member Pleasant.
Here.
Member Necko.
Here.
Mr. Necko, will you lead us in the pledge, please?
I will. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, sir.
Yep.
Minutes of the previous meeting.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the Board of Works minutes from November 12th. Please call a roll.
Member Necko.
Yes.
Member Fleming.
Yes.
Member Pleasant.
Yes.
Mayor Cannon.
Yes. Any old business? They're up before the board.
The 2020 Precious Gems.
We're going to table at the December meeting. Is that what we said?
Do we have a motion to? I think we're going to determine that.
Okay.
Make a motion to table the 2020 Precious Gems till the first meeting in December.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to table. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? New business, 2019 paving project pay app number 7. This gets paid for by the RDC, and it's for Chrisman Road. It's for $117,594.87. Because we went into the contract for the whole city through the Board of Works. The RDC is just paying for this.
Make a motion to approve.
We have a motion.
I'll second.
We have a second. Any discussion? Please call a roll.
Member Necko.
Yes.
Member Fleming.
Yes.
Member Pleasant.
Yes.
Mayor Cannon.
Yes. Blackboard Agreement. The Blackboard Agreement, the Blackboard is a phone system that we can call our residents that sign up for it and inform them of emergencies and updates and things of the city. This contract goes from November 25th, which was yesterday, till November 24th of next year. Total of $20,317.63.
Make a motion to approve.
We have a motion.
I'll second.
And we have a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? YMC Brewfest Taco Test revised date. What you got?
Well, I believe somebody was here a few weeks ago and put the wrong date out there, so it's just the revised date of the event.
Last time it was approved for the 16th, so it just changes it from the 16th to the 19th of September 2020.
And that'll be still at the open air pavilion.
It will, yes.
Amen. We just need to approve the, amend the date, Greg, that's it.
We'll make a motion to amend the date to the 19th.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Streetlight Agreement for Cardinal Crossing Phase 5. Something on that? This agreement is made to enter into the city of Portage, hereby called Portage, and the Cardinal Crossing LLC, hereby called Developer. Developer is developing a subdivision within the city limits of Portage, Phase 5, Cardinal Crossings. Looks like we're going to an agreement for a period of 2 years, a significant number of streetlights within the subdivision for protection of residents. Just need to get the approval. Looks like the engineer looked it over as well as community development. NIPSCO. Look her over.
developer responsible for these?
Self-bills for the first 2 years and turns it over to city.
Okay.
I'll make the motion to approve streetlight agreement with Cardinal Crossing 5.
A second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Proven lease for Laserfish software. Guess you guys are up. You're gonna go through kind of what Laserfish is and what it will be replacing and the cost savings?
So we've spent the better part of the last probably 6 weeks reviewing what your current uses were with Tyler Technology software, which was essentially being used to house your applications and permits. With that, we were able to look at a potential way to allow residents to submit for permit applications from home directly through the website without ever having to print the PDF documents, bring them in, and be able to process everything internally for the approvals and generation of permits. With that, being able to also store them and allocate the workflow behind inspection processes and being able to automate that scheduling for you guys as well as the reminders. Overall, from our review, we're looking at approximately about a $40,000 to $50,000 savings annually, based on replacing the Tyler Technologies, which, if I remember correctly, that contract will be up in March of next year. So we'll have enough time now to implement, integrate everything, build the forms, and migrate the data into the Laserfish software.
We pay about $117,
I say
Now
it's just
you're-
under 120,000
Right.
annually, yes.
and that would go down considerably.
Yes, yeah, well, overall annual cost after initial development was approximately $50,000 a year.
And get more technology out of it.
Yes, so this is a system that allows you to grow, so not only are we looking at starting with the permits and applications, but there's at least 15 or 20 other documents that are currently on your website available as PDFs for people to fill out, bring in. We'll be able to phase each of those documents in, as well as the workflow that has to happen behind them, so we'll automatically be able to route all of those to the proper people and departments, have approval processes, automated messaging back to the residents who are submitting these, as well as contractors, and be able to handle that communication just by the users making decisions on that submission or putting notations on there, so that we can continue kind of that back and forth conversation without somebody having to remind themselves or verify the follow-ups are happening.
So the lease actually would start when Tyler ends.
So the lease would start essentially within the next 30 days, so that we have the 90 days from basically end of year till that contract expires to get the development in and get the data out of there.
Okay. And what's the upfront cost? Say we approve this lease, what's the city up for?
So it would just be the monthly cost, which we had a couple different options for. One of them would be the $5,000 a month, and then the $50,000 annually, which would just be billed on the year. Or there was a secondary option of $8,000 a month, which included all the annual fees as well for the next 5 years.
Okay. Greg, what would be the proper thing here? Let you review this?
Well, yeah, I haven't reviewed it, so you could either approve it subject to legal review or table it pending review and consider it your preference.
Any preference, guys?
I would just table it pending review.
I agree.
Okay. Do we have a motion?
Make a motion.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to table until next meeting for legal review. So step one is moving forward. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you, fellas, for being here. Bulk item appeal. Looks like there's 4 of them.
Yeah, there's 4,
Randy?
all for $25. One was on Coronado for a new resident, Cool and Falling Timbers were a wrong address, and then O'Meara was an existing resident, who's just asking for leniency going forward, she'll follow the rules, so.
And none of them are repeat
No.
issues. I'll make a motion to reverse.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to reverse the bulk item charges.
Yes.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Major illness requests.
That's,
Should be 3.
We're okay?
Yes.
Do we have a motion?
motion to approve 3.
We have a motion and a second
Second.
to approve. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Public hearing. Anybody? Other business deemed proper to be brought before the board? Yes, ma'am. Ladies first.
December 7th is our city's Christmas festival. We partner with Kiwanis and Toys for Tots. Their event is here in the police station from 2 to 4, but then we use Founder Square and light up Founder Square and have events and hair drags from 3 to 5. So we just technically need the board's approval to do all of that since it's city property. So we've been meeting, everything's ready to go, just like we've done the last few years, but we just need the official approval to.
And this year's lighting is paid for by a donor.
Correct.
Amen. So we don't have to spend any of that, spend any money on this, so it's good. So we just need a motion to approve the December 7th Christmas festivities here in Founder Square at the fire station.
Make a motion.
Police station, sorry.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Anybody else? Greg?
So you may recall that the city owns a piece of property at Swan Avenue in Willow Creek, which is on Wendy's property, which actually goes into a portion of the Wendy's parking lot. And so we'd have the property appraised, and you previously authorized a notice, the abutting landowner expressed an interest in purchasing that property. And so the board approved a notice of sale to be published, which was done, and we've received one offer, and it is from the abutting landowner. The property appraised at $15,200. The notice said that was the minimum offer plus all the city's costs incurred for the appraisal, for closing, all the improvements. So the offer is for $15,200. $5,900 of which would be paid in cash, and the balance of $9,300 to come from the transfer from the purchaser. So the purchaser owns a 6.5 foot strip of right-of-way on Swan Avenue. So, you know, when the city acquires right-of-way for projects, sometimes we take fee simple title, sometimes we just get an easement, and so the property owner retains ownership of the underlying property. That's the case here. So this property owner is proposing to pay $5,900 in cash and then transfer this 6.5 foot strip to the city, which has a value of $9,300, and that's based on appraisal. So, if that is acceptable to the board, then the action to be taken would be to approve negotiation of the sale on those terms with the landowner. I don't know if you have additional questions, or you want to think about the offer more.
It is something that we would have no use for and we can never do anything with, correct?
The property that we're proposing to sell, yeah, we have no use for that property.
Yes. I would make a motion to approve it.
Good deal. We have a motion to approve the negotiation of the deal
Under those terms.
under those terms.
So $5,900 cash, $9,300 would be the balance, which they'll turn over that
Transfer
other,
that property
the other property
to the city.
to see. I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you, Greg.
That's all I have, thank you.
Anything else? Anything else? Alrighty, the claims docket. So it looks like we have the claims docket, approval of the total amount of $554,779.53. Anybody have any questions or concerns for the clerk treasurer?
Everything looked in order. Why is the water service for City Hall so dang much? I mean, we're paying like well over $2,000 a month just for water service. Do we have a leak somewhere? Or?
No, because City Hall pays for all the general fund departments, so
Okay.
police station. Fire,
So that's all rolled
fire
into that
station.
1860, and then you have the other smaller charges there.
Yeah, so the 1860 would be one location, so I'm presuming that's gonna be, I don't know, either fire station or police station.
Gotcha. All right.
Any other questions?
I make a motion to approve claims.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second to approve the claims for $554,779.53. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Motion adjourned.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adjourn. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye.